franktalks.com.
Need help with love, sex, dating, and relationship issues? Help from Frank Kermit, the best-selling author and Canada's most international relationship coach, is only a click away at franktalks.com. Coaching is available in person, by phone, and by Skype for singles, couples, and alternative lifestyles. franktalks.com.
I'm not here to teach you what to think. I'm here to teach you how to think. Rule number 9. Be a united front. Be a united front to make monogamy work. Here we're looking at your identity as a couple. Being a united front is to always present yourself as being part of a relationship. This could include anything from wearing a wedding ring, if you're married, where you are sending out a signal that, yes, I am committed to someone, I am involved with someone. And although we've already covered that marriage and commitment are not the same thing as monogamy, some sort of outward symbol. In your work environment, maybe a photograph of the two of you together. When getting gifts for other people, it's one gift from the two of you. But most importantly, you must be a united front whenever something is breaking rule number 2. When facing a potential threat to your monogamy, you must be a united front. That more than anything will help deter a lot of the threats to your monogamy. Now, I gave an example earlier in this program about the woman who met a new male friend that she wanted to spend time with and who went to ask her husband for permission. In my opinion, that woman did not present a united front. She could have simply said, no, I have a husband. He's not going to agree to this. Or maybe she, in her own way, maybe she did. Maybe she says, well, let me get my husband's permission first. Although I think in that particular situation, knowing that the guy was attracted to her, knowing that she was attracted to him, a simple no thanks, I'm married would have sufficed. Sometimes being a united front means to actually go places as a couple. In my program for alternative relationship choices, so this is for people who are non-monogamists, I tell the story of this couple who are in an open relationship, and the male in the couple was invited to go out to a comedy club with a couple of his coworkers. And he was told, well, bring your wife. And he called up his wife, but his wife couldn't make it. So the male in the couple went ahead and went alone with the coworkers to this comedy club. Now, the man and the wife here are in an open relationship, and the wife had no problem with the man going off on his own. Well, the coworkers just assumed that since the wife didn't want to come out, that there were problems in that relationship. So they were trying to set up the man with a female friend of the coworker, and trying to push them and saying, hey, he's here, but his wife's not here. You should ask him out. So the woman, in this case, gave her phone number to the man. Here's where it gets sticky. The man went back to his wife and said, oh yeah, I met a woman there and she seems kind of interesting. She gave me her phone number. How do you feel about me dating her? And the wife says, well, we're in an open relationship. I'm cool with that. As long as you think she's nice, that's fine. Just let her know we're in an open relationship. So the husband calls up the other woman and says, yeah, listen, I totally would love to hook up with you. Let's meet up for some coffee. And at some point, we'll have to meet my wife. And the woman says, what? He says, well, yeah, me and my wife are in an open relationship, and it's cool with her, and at some point you'd have to meet her. And the other woman was just surprised by this. Like, oh my God, this is so weird. She would have rather have been the other woman than to date a man in an open marriage. At this point, The coworkers, because of course that other woman talks to the coworkers. The coworkers went to the man and said, "What the hell is going on? What do you mean you're in an open relationship? This is ridiculous. We thought that you and your wife were having problems. That's why we were trying to set you up here." And the guy says, "Well, look, we have an open marriage. That's the way it is. I have no interest in cheating on my wife." And now the man and his wife became a threat to that coworker. Because if he's willing to encourage infidelity, what does that say about him? What does it say about his lifestyle? You see, for most people who assume monogamy, they're a lot more tolerant of people being unfaithful than people being in open relationships. That's the little bit of a paradox here. The point I'm trying to make is that if you are a monogamous couple,
The Monogamy Map. Remember to sign up for the Monogamy Map Newsletter and get weekly tips about navigating the journey of setting up and creating successful monogamy for two. Sign up at franktalks.com now.
Check out the Frank Talks Relationship column currently running in the Suburban Newspaper online magazine. To read more, please visit www.thesuburban.com.
What do you do when you feel like a fool? When your heart has been broken again? Pick up the phone or get onto Skype and talk on a private session. Yeah, get a little help from Frank Talks. Whoa, whoa, get by with a little help from Frank Talks. You gotta try a little help from Frank Talks. What do you do when your love goes away? Try coaching one-on-one. How do I sign up to turn things around? Just sign up at franktalks.com.